Shalom, shalom, Israel. It's the brother Rayab coming back at you through the spirit of the Most High. Getting over a cold or whatnot, so excuse my voice. But before I get into this video, I'd like to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Rakal Kwadash Barakatah. That's all praises to the Most High and the Son through the Holy Spirit. And I had missed Sunday camp. Watching the video, and this Muslim came up talking about Muslim and Ismael or whatever. And the brothers cut him up through the spirit, just like usually. No one can gainsay or resist this truth. The Most High said He will make this word in a small fire, and these people would. But I just like to pull out a couple scriptures regarding Ishmael and Isaac. So I'm gonna start off with Genesis. This is Genesis chapter 17 and verse 19. And it reads, "And Yahweh said, Sarah thy wife shall bear thee a son indeed, and thou shalt call his name Isaac, and I will establish my covenant with him for an everlasting covenant, and with his seed after him." So it said He will establish his covenant with Isaac for an everlasting covenant with his seed after him. Now let's see about Ishmael. Ishmael got a blessing, but it wasn't this everlasting covenant. Let's see. Verse 20. "And as for Ishmael, who is the father of the Arabs, I have heard thee. Behold, I have blessed him." Now this is his blessing right here. "And will make him fruit, and will multiply him exceedingly. 12 princes shall he begot, and I will make him a great nation." And that's exactly what you see. That's why so many damn Arabs running around. Over in the Middle East. They got their whole little lands. All of them is Ishmaelites. But verse 21. "But my covenant I will establish with Isaac, which Sarah shall bear unto thee at this set time in the next year." So it said that he will bless Ishmael and make him a great nation, but the covenant he will establish with Isaac. Now I'm going to go to Galatians 4 and 22. This is Galatians chapter 4 and verse 22. And it reads, "For it is written that Abraham had two sons, as Isaac and Ishmael. The one by a bondmaid, that was Ishmael. Hagar was his mother. And the other by a free woman, which was Sarah, that was Isaac's mom. But he who was of the bondwoman, which was Ishmael, was born after the flesh. But he of the free woman was by promise." So Ishmael was after the flesh, and Isaac was after the promise. So let's jump to Romans the 9th chapter, around the 7th verse. Okay, yeah. This is Romans chapter 9, verse 7. It reads, "Neither because they are the seed of Abraham are they all children, but in Isaac shall thy seed be called." Right, it says, neither because they are the seed of Abraham. We all was the seed of Abraham, but who was his first seeds? Ishmael and Isaac. But it say, but in Isaac shall thy seed be called. Now it says, verse 8, that is they which are the children of the flesh, like Galatians 4 and 22 say. Let's jump back to Galatians 4 and 22. It says, well, verse 23, but he who was of the bondwoman was born after the flesh. That's Ishmael. Ismael was born after the flesh. Now let's see what it said about the child that was born after the flesh. Verse 7 on Romans chapter 9. Neither because they are the seed of Abraham or they are Isaac shall thy seed be called. Verse 8. That is they which are the children of the flesh, talking about Ishmael, these are not the children of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shah, but the children of the promise, which was Isaac, was the child of the promise, are counted for the seed. So, flat out, Ishmael is not a child of God because he was that child of the flesh that the scriptures talk about. So, Ishmael could not be counted into this. So that whole Muslim doctrine is off. How would you want to be on the same level as the fucking help? And so future slaves, man. People that had captivity. People that you better than. Let's get that in Deuteronomy. Deuteronomy 7 and 6. This is Deuteronomy chapter 7 verse 6. For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God. That word holy just means set apart. Commandments is what make us holy, make us set apart, because he was the only one that was given laws, statutes, and commandments to follow as a nation. The Lord has chosen thee to be a special people unto himself, above all people that are part of the face of the earth. That's why we do everything better than all these other nations. Have you ever seen the Arab in the basketball game dominate and take over like Jake do? No. What about football? No. What about baseball? The Northern Kingdom dominate that. What about boxing? What about anything? Jake is always the best. You know, we above all these other nations. These other nations was made to be your property, man. Your slaves. What's that? Genesis 24, Deuteronomy. What's that? Leviticus. Let me see. Yeah, this is Leviticus 25 and 44. Let's see what these other nations were for. It says, both thy bondmen and bondmaids, which are slaves, which thou shalt have. So having bondmaids and bondmen is in our law, being Israelites, shall be of the heathen that are round about you. Of them shall you buy bondmen and bondmaids. Moreover, of the children of the strangers that do sojourn among you, of them shall ye buy, and of their families that are with you, which they begot in your land, and they shall be your possession. So we're supposed to possess these other nations for handmaids and slaves. We are royalty. We are holy people. But verse 46, and ye shall take them as an inheritance for your children after you. So these slaves, we're supposed to be able to pass down throughout generations, to inherit them for a possession. They supposed to be in our possession. That's what they was made for. They should be your bondmen forever. But over your brethren, the children of Israel, ye shall not rule one over another with rigor. So you're not supposed to have a slave of your own nation, like hardcore bondage forever. It's something called an indigenous slave. Like one of your brothers come and work for you for 7 years and then you let them go. But with that, I hope that was edifying. I'd like to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh by Shem Yahweh Shah. Double honors to the elders and apostles of great millstone, the real truths of Israel on earth today. Salutations to you, Akim, that's pushing this truth and our truth and sincerity across the four corners of the earth. And with that, Shalom.